This is the iPhone 5. My first phone was the iPhone 4, and I had it from 2016. Then I went to the 6, then the 7, then the XR. I never got to live with the iPhone 5, but that's changing because for this week until the iPhone 14 Pro comes to deliver to my house, I'm going to try to live with this phone for a week and see if it is still usable in 2022. Okay, it is late. It is September 5th. I have 4 days until my challenge starts, but I just went out and spent $100 on this iPhone 5, but I didn't know this. He didn't tell me, but it is actually running iOS 7. I was expecting to run iOS 10. Like last year I used iOS 9. I thought it was going to be iOS 10, but it's actually iOS 7, so I'm definitely keeping this. It is very, yeah. It does have an iCloud password. He didn't know the password. It was his wife's phone, so he's going to text me in the morning, so I'm keeping it on airplane mode until then because I don't want him to lock it, because if he does that, I'm going to be scammed and I'm going to hate it. So we have 4 days until the challenge, but I have bought the phone. Lucky for me, it is the 10-year anniversary of Lightning, so we get to use that. Because with my 4 and 4S challenges, I had to use the 30-pin connector, which I don't use at all anymore. So I can still use my same charger I use my phone at night. Something funny I found while I was just messing around with this phone is it will connect to my AirPods. It was kind of funny, and it does work with the music. So I got out some wired earbuds because I knew I couldn't use AirPods because they weren't invented yet. But little I didn't know, these weren't even invented when the iPhone 5 came out because I tried to plug it into the thing and listen to music, but it actually just started playing out of the phone. So I did have to get out some of these headphones, which I've had to glue because they're just falling apart. But luckily, I have 4 more days until I have to use this phone, so I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to watch an Apple event in a couple of days, and I'll come back to work on this video in a few days. I'm about to pre-order all of the Apple products. I'm going to spend more money than I want to today, but I'm really excited. And I think the challenge with my iPhone 5 is going to start at 6 o'clock just because I kind of need my phone for like the payment process, whatever. So we'll start the challenge here in a minute. Besides for the fact that I just ordered the new iPhone 14 Pro, I went to school like it was any ordinary normal day and I got a good amount of rest. Ha ha ha. But when I got in the car, I tried to plug in my phone to see if CarPlay would work, but it didn't. Even though CarPlay was invented on iOS 7, it wasn't as complex as it is now, so it didn't work. And since my school doesn't do free Wi-Fi, I did a quick couple of texts because I wasn't going to be able to have my phone all day, and I pretty much just put it in my backpack because it was pretty much worthless. After school, I went and downloaded Instagram and Snapchat. Sadly, I couldn't download BeReal, so I'm going to miss BeReal for the next couple of weeks. Dang it. Except for, even though I could download Snapchat, it would not let me sign in, but luckily I was able to sign into Instagram, and I got to see all my posts, which do look weird because the aspect ratio is kind of weird. Also, videos wouldn't work on Instagram, but that's fine. I'm not really watching Reels anyway, but this was a fun way. I actually went and looked at my YouTube channel for a minute here, and it worked, so we're all good. This is an outdoor video test on the iPhone 5, 10 years later. It's a little shaky, but the colors are pretty good for this phone. Apple's always had good video quality. Now, if you can remember from last year, the sky was like white. You could still see it's a little white, but if you actually do the tap to focus, it pretty much clears it up, and then my face gets dark. So last year, that was kind of a challenge. The whole sky was white, but now it's blue. It looks much better this year. These are 2 pictures I took today. The front camera is nothing to brag about, but the back camera is pretty good for 2012. It's day 1 of 7 of using the iPhone 5 in 2022. It is a beautiful design. I can't stop looking at it. It's honestly great, and I'm so glad it's running iOS 7. Which, some people might think it's a downgrade from last year. Last year I was on iOS 9 with the 4S. Oh my gosh, it's so blurry. But I actually think there's more features here with this on iOS 7 than there was with the 4S on iOS 9. I think this is better. And it has AirDrop, so I'm going to AirDrop all this footage to my Mac, because it's from 2013, so I mean, actually, it's from 2012 because it's a unibody. So that's a good thing. So I can still use this computer. I'm still using that webcam, and this is probably the last video I'll edit on this computer. I'll probably go in for 14 Pro from here on out. So I can AirDrop this to my Mac, and then I can edit on the Mac, and I'm just gonna edit as the day goes by. So I'll edit day 1, then I'll have day 2, and then I'll edit day 2, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I think that concludes the day, and thank you guys for watching day 1. I don't know why I said that, because you're just going to see day 2 in like 2 seconds. It has officially been 24 hours since we've used this phone. I mean, 6 more days until my 14 Pro comes. It'll feel like a massive upgrade, I can already tell. Anyway, since it's Saturday, I get free Wi-Fi. I don't have to go to school. It's going to be cool. We can just chill. I'm going to download a couple podcasts, a couple movies on this phone, and we'll go from there.
It's really neat to stand here and see all the Apple logos glowing from all the computer screens facing me. But we're here to talk about the iPhone. We launched the first iPhone in 2007, and what an incredible breakthrough it was for the entire industry. I think Time magazine put it best when they put iPhone on the cover of the magazine. They called it the innovation of the year. We started with that first iPhone, and each and every year, we introduced new versions with new features, new innovations, each time setting a new bar for what is the gold standard in the phone marketplace. And we're going to do that again today. iPhone 5. And I'd like to say
it's a great thrill that I announce iOS 7.
So after watching 2 Apple podcasts about the iPhone 5 and an Avengers movie, I figured this is as good a time as ever to tell you the specs on the phone. Yes, it is running iOS 7 at 64 gigabytes, even though it's full storage because of whoever had this phone last took thousands of pictures. Anyway, just for fun, I'm going to try making a YouTube short, but not about this phone, but I have my iPhone 8 here running iOS 16, so 10 years apart on iOS or versions, whatever. But I want to record like an evolution of the wallpaper, like this. Maybe if you could see it. But I'm gonna try to do a YouTube short with that. But I'm gonna record it off of this and post it. You might have already seen the short if by the time you're watching this video it would have already been up for a couple weeks. But I'm gonna try to make it and upload it today. Now, this phone did come with a number of apps before I removed their iCloud. I just did it through settings so I could keep all their old apps because I'm not sure I could download any of these apps still if I tried on the App Store. But it's kind of funny that there's a lot like KSL classifieds. That's where I bought this phone. So, anyway, these top Angry Birds and Fruit Ninja, I played all the time as a kid. Kids Doodle is the same as well. Surprisingly, I did not get on the Temple Run or Subway Surf train. I was not on that hype train, sadly. My mom did play Candy Crush though, and then those other 2 apps, I figured I need to have them because I need to have a childhood, obviously. It is actually day 3 now. It is Sunday. Previous 2 years, I have mentioned where I stopped using my phone as much. Like with the iPhone 4, I slowed down using it. Like it was cool at first, but then it's like I stopped using my phone. Now this one, I probably used it more than the iPhone 4 because the 4S. The 4, I had all my apps, so it was that, but it was like I was 4 and whatever, so I didn't. It was kind of annoying. I was 9. If you watch that video, I had a lot of problems, and so I just kind of just didn't want to use the phone at all. So I just went without a phone for a week. Now this one, yes, I've used the phone a lot, but it's just not as much as I usually use my phone. So this one I probably used more than the 4 and 4S on by this time. So yeah, there's a lot of things like I can have my banking app. I have everything. I have my Instagram. I've been responding to people on Instagram. Like I have all these things, but it's just like it's not anything I want to be like brag around. Because like if I go out in the world and see that people see me with this, will be like, what brick are you using? Not that I'm too worried about that. I just don't have really a purpose outside of like my house or whatever. So I'll respond to a text or whatever. But it's like I've slowed down on my YouTube watching, which is kind of sucky on the day with the iPhone days. So luckily I watch MKBHD's videos, and then I think I'm just done for the day, sadly. One thing I've noticed is like when jumping into apps and stuff, the animations are different. They don't like jump out at you. On my iPhone 4 running a newer version of iOS 7, they do show the full animation, so it's kind of weird that it doesn't. It's kind of funny, but yeah, it's just a quirk of iOS 7. Okay, so today is my mom's birthday, so she does want me to be with the family all day and help her around the house and everything. She has some things she wants to do. So I think that's where I'm going to have to leave it here for today. So I'll just, if there's anything notable, I'll definitely record something. But I think we're just going to start up on day 4 now. Okay, today is Monday, the 4th day of this challenge. I'm about to go to school. I was thinking though, maybe in like 6 months, I just live with the iPhone 5C on iOS 10 in like 6 months, and then in a year from now, I'll do the 5S for 10 years. I'm surprised the 5S is gonna be 10 years old. It's not a bad phone, I feel. But, so I'm just curious, just figured I'd say that. But I'll be at school, and I'll talk to you after.
7 hours later.
Okay, this is a little behind the scenes, but I need a thumbnail for this video. So I am gonna just try to take a picture with this right here. We gotta make sure this looks good. I think that worked. Let's see how it turns out. I guess you already know since you saw the thumbnail of this video. Now, after I record this video, I'm going to airdrop that photo to this phone and try to make a thumbnail out of that. I didn't do that in the previous 2 years. I actually filmed, with my previous 2 thumbnails on those, what I did was, when I was done with the challenge, I just made a thumbnail with my normal phone. Except for, like, now I want to see if I can make the thumbnail on this phone. Now, so, like, but there isn't a markup, but I do have like an editing app that I can try to put like some text or whatever. But yeah, there's no markup. That's what I usually do with all my thumbnails. I do wonder though, when was markup in added to iOS? Probably like iOS 11 or something. I'll probably look it up after this. Okay, so this is just a few days later, but I want to add this here, is that I didn't end up using any of those photos when I did that, is because they were kind of bad and I didn't get one, so I just had my sister take a picture. So that's why the thumbnail is different than the one right there. And with the fact that I don't use my phone a lot, I do get 57% on battery. Figured I'd show that because I haven't talked about battery yet. So yeah, that's how much I get on a full day. But I obviously don't do too much on this phone, and I think it has pretty much a full battery, because this hasn't been used since 2015, and it's on iOS 7, so that's pretty good. Anyway, I hope you like those animations, because guess what? Granny doesn't have day 6 or day 7, so that means I won't be able to do those anymore. But today is Tuesday, day 5. About to go to school, but I'll talk to you after. The thing about these types of videos is I get so annoyed that I can't just edit it all in one take and post it. It has to be daily. It's so annoying. But I will say, I think my iPhone XS video, which is the one I was using before this, releases today on this Tuesday, but it was a couple weeks ago. So if you haven't watched that, please go watch that. I have some things, I need to comment on that video, because I have a couple things I need to have some disclaimers, so hopefully I can get on YouTube. But yeah, so that's annoying. And also, I think iOS 16 released like yesterday, so I'm missing out on all those features. But don't worry, I'll get it soon, and I'll have more features than anybody else. iPhone 14 Pro, come on, just 4 more days. Is day 6 of the challenge. Now, if you could see, I might have a little yellow and blue right here, and a couple other things, because I had a chalk fight for my homecoming week yesterday. It was kind of fun. But I should have some packages like my case and stuff for my iPhone 14 coming today, and then my phone's actually come on Friday, so it's even closer now. So I'll record my packages in a minute. Hello everybody, I just got home, and we have some packages for me. This is the case, and I think there's chargers, MagSafe, and stuff in there. But the phone's not coming for 2 more days. And yeah, so we got some fun stuff, but I'm not going to unbox that because that's for the video on Friday. I did want to mention the thing about this phone case is, so I was planning on buying a Phone Rebel case from Everything Apple Pro for my iPhone 14, but he says it's not going to release until like the first week of October or something. So I was like, oh, I gotta buy a case just to last me till then. So I bought this one for like 20 bucks. But I honestly don't know if it even fits. It said 14 Pro on Amazon, but honestly this could just be a 13 Pro case rebranded. I wouldn't know. So I'm just hoping it works in a few days. So I guess you already know if you watched that video, but yeah, that's gonna be funny to know. So in an interesting turn of events, I'm actually headed to an Apple store because I decided that this wallet right here, I didn't like the color. It's not gonna match my Phone Rebel case I want, so I'm gonna go get a black one. So I'm going to an Apple store today, I guess. Now I'm heading up here, but I've never been to an Apple store in between the launch and the pre-orders, so I don't know what I'm actually gonna expect here. So I guess we'll find out. Okay, I just got back. They did not have any iPhone 14 Pros or anything. I didn't know what I really expected, but I did get this black one now. But because if there was the 14s or whatever, sorry about that. I was gonna try to see if this case actually fit on it, but there wasn't any, so I didn't even care to ask. I just wanted to go. Anyway, so talk to you soon. Okay, so I finally got home. I'm gonna save the unboxing of the wallet for 2 days until I can get my phone, and I'll just do a huge unboxing video for the iPhone 14 on the 16th. So, now that I'm home, I'm actually gonna go to See the Sandlot for another homecoming activity tonight. And then I guess we're on to tomorrow, I guess. Okay, so it is, yes, the 15th, but it's actually 6:11 right now in the afternoon. I just haven't had much to talk about. Also with homecoming week, I'm gonna go to Bonfire, and then I'm gonna go to a True Warrior night, and yeah, it's like where you get your first kiss, whatever, but I'm not gonna talk about that. So, I don't know if I have anything else more to tell you. Tomorrow I'm getting my new phone, so technically this is supposed to be last day, but I miscalculated, so I'm just gonna use it tomorrow until I get my new phone, and I can record my next 2 videos, which, yeah, on the Friday and Tuesday are like required on tomorrow. It's just like, and this video is it's like, I don't even have to, I'm not rushing this video, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, talk to you guys in a minute. My dad just texted me and told me that the phone is here, so we gotta drive home. I'm like kind of in a rush. Dynamic Island is a street away. Anyway, we have everything set up, ready to go. I have stuff in there, phone right here. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, comment below, anything you want, I guess. So yeah, this week was crazy. It was a learning experience, and I guess I'll be doing it next year, hopefully. Anyway, peace out.